rocket out, takes out the garrison and a large amount of them, and really teetering on the edge is, oh my god!
That's so many dead bodies. Oh la la. Yeah, the big shot, the petit sachet, the particular sachet.
Oh, no! Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the Insiders Podcast. I'm one of your hosts and Insiders Caparzo, joined by my friend and fellow Insider Snow. Already laughing at your guys' chats and Snow, but it's been a bit since our Sunday night episode, and we have lots to recap. But start of the summer, how's your summer been going so far? What have you been up to?
Sweating my dick off. It's been so hot, man.
Same here, dude. I think on Tuesday I went out to dinner and it was just like a sauna going to and from the restaurant. It just not even fun being out, but much more enjoyable to the winter. But pellet loose keeping us inside and in the AC at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, we got a lot to recap this episode, but for those tuning in here at the start, we do have the 6th versus Legion game that we're going to be streaming after all of our recap. So that'll be coming up in just about an hour. That match starts at 9:30 Eastern time. So be sure to stick with us for that one. Snow will be a homer for the 6th. I'll be a homer for the 7th. Whoa. It's been a while, right? Be a homer for Legion, and we will have a really good time, and definitely looking forward to some live chats there from everyone during the match. But let's get right down to it, why don't you say? And let's start off with 3-5 versus 1 SBS. 3-5 as the Axis defeating 1 SBS as the Allies 5-0 on SME Night Hospice. So this was one that you caught up with just earlier today, I believe. And so give us your take as you were watching that one back.
It all came down to the opener that 3-5 had. Especially Hospice is, in my opinion, Axis favored.
Right.
But it seemed like when SBS was a little late on, especially their truck route, a little too many north, and basically got wrapped. But they were fighting mid for a little while, at least about 30 minutes. But eventually 3-5 stacked their tanks to just chat. Oh my.
That clip that you sent of like 3-5 sort of breaking into the fort too, it was kind of like a wider shot that we were looking at, and it was really, really indicative of that armored presence by 3-5 that game. So Germans, big advantage to begin with on Hospice, as you mentioned, but 3-5 continuing to Maho yelling at me to join the briefing. I'm in the middle of something, Maho. I'm not driving the truck this time. Someone else is going to have to shoulder that burden on Hurtgen. But yeah, 3-5 playing it really, really well and coming out on top on one SBS. This keeps them in the running for the summit, which is great news for 3-5. With a win over EXO this weekend, which is a match that I'm casting, they'll actually make the summit tournament. So it's been a rough bracket for 3-5. They've had to face like all of the toughest teams in the league so far, or in summit, and it's been impressive to see them still fighting on and with a chance here.
Yeah, I mean this is like welcome to the big leagues kind of thing,
right?
Especially when we're talking about like Division 1 next TPL season.
Yeah, and that's something that we saw you guys talking about in the Discord earlier this week, where, talking about how the divisions are going to work, different sort of things that are going to be happening as we look forward to the next TPL season. And I think that that's something that will probably have someone from the league officials join us. So, I see Tunny's in our chat. Maybe Tunny would want to join us. LeBerju, you're obviously welcome as well. And we get like a couple different Orga team members, and we kind of listen to the chat and just kind of see what everyone's opinion is as this sort of information is being publicized ahead of the season. I think that would give us plenty of content to talk about too. Why don't you think so?
Yeah, very controversial episode.
Yeah. Letting my team down, Lil G, come on, man. I try to do a lot, and in this case, Snow and I are both missing our briefing, so you guys will be fine.
In dragons.
But the stats from this one, closer than I thought, like, having watched the game. One SBS put up a really, really solid fight on infantry. Pretty much it's a dead heat at that point when you're like round about 100 kills different, honestly. So, but the story I thought was interesting was the machine guns. Like, sure, you're the Axis and sure, you're the team on defense, so to speak, but using that MG to good effect, 3-5 did.
100%. And I believe this is the very first match that we've talked about. Sorry, that's something in my throat. That 3-5 has actually had like the kill difference that they're favored in. It seems like every game, that no matter who they're playing, it seems like top to bottom that they've been getting outshot. So, but they really changed it this week, or last week, I should say. I mean, majority like first of 35 is all 10 plus kills higher than the one SBS player.
Yeah. That was another thing that was interesting to me is that, you know, that you can see that after the 30th or so player, like it starts to even out, but that meat of the lineup is really heavily favored into 3-5, and you know they used all the advantages at their disposal and played a really, really good game. I want to look at a couple highlights that you clipped out here. This was a sneaky satchel that you had pointed out, Snow, and I think this is a really fun clip. All these rep stations is crazy.
Yeah. He got it on there though.
But what's impressive is like after he gets it on, like I don't know if this is a minute satchel, but it seems like it's on here forever.
But that guy in that building protects it.
Yeah. Look at the if you saw off the right side of your screen, that one SBS had someone in just a perfect spot, and he must kill this guy when he's right about to take it off. Like, and that's going to get a lot of rep stations too.
Oh yeah, at least that one. I don't know if I clicked it blowing up.
I think it was too long of a satchel to get in a YouTube clip, but it does take out this. I saw it on everything else, but really impressive work there by one SBS, somehow making it through all those people and then getting the satchel down. That's very impressive.
Dude, collapse, dude.
Someone. Our soundboard in Legion, I will say, is pretty freaking good. There's a lot of really solid ones on there. There's a lot of ALU ones. It's a real fun place to be. There's one more clip that I put in for the episode here, and it's Skeeter, who hits a really, really nice streak as an airhead's landing.
Ой, дядя, дядя звуковой. Ой, разменялись хорошо.
He just goes in there, owns the house, and runs out.
Но, видимо, это аминь.
That was so funny.
Yeah, Skeeter just wasn't going to let anyone get in the way of that airhead. I think that was the final point as well. So that was to go for the 5-0, and 3-5 looking very, very strong in that match.
Yeah.
Any other observations from this one? I mean, obviously, 3-5 has a very difficult match that we'll do a preview of ahead of the Scrim that we're going to cast against EXO. But what do you think about EXO's win here?
3-5's win. But 3-5, yeah, I mean, 3-5 came in and did what they were supposed to do, just to give themselves a shot against EXO. I mean, I'm glad that they didn't look over when SBS. They went in there, took care of their business in roughly like an hour and 10 minutes, and moving on. So
yeah,
keep it moving.
Exactly, and one SBS. We said it last week, but any one of these teams that are just now making it into the Valley portion of the bracket are going to now be a front runner in the Valley section. So I'm definitely excited to watch one SBS in these coming rounds as we get to, you know, the quote unquote playoffs here. But let's move over to 9PZ versus the 21st. 9PZ is the Allies defeating 21st as the Axis on Utah Night. The Chapel, this was a 3-2. I failed to put the score in there, but right, this was 3-2. Remind me.
Yes, it was. I think it was.
I have it over here. Just
I say that and then watch it be like a 4-1 or something.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just double check on, or unless the chat wants to correct us really quick. Yeah, 3-2.
Okay.
So this was a fun one as well. You caught up with this one. It was a foggy Utah Knight. This is pre-update, so nowadays I hear that Utah Knight is much, much clearer. But what did you think of this one, other than the fog?
I was actually kind of, even though 21st lost, I was kind of impressed with 21st. I mean, MPZ has been on like that rise, and they had a really good battle over mid. I mean, 9PZ being the allies, that's one of the most favored points, in my opinion, as allies.
Right.
Chapel being. So I was actually kind of impressed on how they weren't able to push off that, and look at the armor. Look how close that is.
Yeah, I think was it offset point? I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Chapel's one of those points where both offset points are very far away. So, I don't blame 9PZ trying to keep themselves. This was a clinching match for them, I believe, or do they play next week?
They play this weekend.
Yeah, so again, important game to keep them into the mix here going into the Summit side of the bracket, and that's going to be a great game too this weekend. 9PZ versus Rocks.
Excited for that one.
Yeah, that's one of those matches where I wish we can like play a LAN party and connection be taken out of it, because like those two teams, I feel like that's just going to give us a really solid match. And it sucks that like you're going to have to play on like a middle ground server that's really not good for anyone. But either way, the teams will persevere. As we look at the stats, like you said, 9PZ played a really strong game, but again, impressed by the 21st. It's definitely, I would say 9PZ won the kill battle. They won it by over 300. But when you look at the armor, I think that's kind of where the 21st kept themselves in it. They probably play a little bit more defensively, trying to hold on and make their move when they had a chance, and it kept 9PZ on the back foot. They weren't able to really put pressure in.
Okay, I mean, subtle tweaks, especially to their opener a little bit, but I mean, it was more or less a stalemate all game.
Yeah, and we got a couple clips from this one as well, and the first one is Arrow making a play, and this is a really good one. I like this one. I don't know what maybe the tank was like close to out of ammo, but this is an interesting play.
Go on board with this tank. Let's see what the situation is here. As it does set the into point here, supporting the. I want to say supporting the triple. Satchel coming in for Arrow. P4 does stop in probably the worst location here. TC does see him.
Shadow on the
TC
call.
not able to get the kill.
He's hiding behind the turret.
TC gets taken down by Bildo.
That's such a bad feeling.
Arrow with the satchel on this tank here. That tank is.
That's huge too, because that's the opening medium.
Yeah, and they were taking the point. 21st was taking that point right at that point.
Yeah, that's a big play by Arrow right there. So again, showing how important those individual plays are. As a tank, starting medium, that's it's an aggressive play, no doubt. But if it works out, you kind of create a bubble for your infantry. But I mean, you're the tanker, so
I would not be pushing it that close.
Yeah,
because if you lose it, exactly what happened, you lose that cap weight, and then you're out of a tank.
Yeah, that's your infantry is your bubble wrap as a tanker. So whenever I see a tank nearby, it automatically becomes like, what can I do to keep him alive, because he makes my life way easier here on the front line. We have another clip, Bildo versus the 21st, and this was a good one too. Bildo going up against an entire army by himself.
For 21st, Bildo holding it down with the grease gun here.
With the grease gun too is also very commendable.
In the grass here, it doesn't see ADPR there.
He took out 2 or 3 of them with him though.
And then putting the satchel down too for insurance is a play that I like. That's obviously why you use the grease gun, is so you get those sorts of things. But this was a fun game. 9PZ, like we said, staying alive in the tournament, playing Rofs this weekend. That's a match we'll get into, doing a little preview here in just under an hour. But I think that's another one that I'm really excited to watch, and we'll give you guys all the details on how to catch that. So speaking of Rofs, we're going to Pathfinders next. 22nd and the Pathfinders. Pathfinders defeating the 22nd the Germans defeating the Allies 3-2 on Carentan Canal Crossing. So Canal Crossing is a map we saw a bunch, and we're going to see in these next couple matches coming up here. But Pathfinders continues to roll, so that's a big win for them. Again, keeping themselves alive and moving into the final week here.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember the picks, so correct me if I'm wrong.
We'll
I think
get
I picked
into that.
Pathfinders. Yeah, I think I picked Pathfinders. Don't let Caparzo lie to you. He picked y'all just for the VIP.
I had a pretty good week, Snow. You're gonna have a lot to answer for in these these predictions.
I'm
coming
scared
up.
to see them. But yeah, it was really impressive to see, especially finally being the Germans to recap. Did they recap mid, or did they outright take it off?
I believe they outright took it off the top. Yeah. I have some clips here that we can do a little review of. So there's some opener snipes, and I think that this is kind of where we're at in the meta, where it's all about the opening snipes.
We will float around, so we'll try and capture both. Here does sound like there is a looks. Absolutely.
So that's something we've seen quite a lot
here
lately, is the luck snipe over there on Canal Crossing.
Truck, I believe. As we do see the Rocketeers, quite an empty truck on the middle here, as we do see teams starting to come on in now. Another snipe there from
and this is a great snipe here that that they're doing. I think this is 22nd, hitting the water tower with a tank shell as this truck goes to submarine, knowing that they're going to go there.
We'll be going north side.
And they also follow it up with some really good rocket snipes.
Rocket does nail the back.
Big one.
And, it will be 22nd getting the momentary advantage here as
and that was a really solid opening by both teams, hitting both going for shots. It's awesome to see those teams go at it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before we started the show, but like how much prep goes into a lot of these games and winning. That's a good way to jumpstart your team a win, even if you think you may be down. You get a truck snipe.
Right, and the thing with this match was that it was so important for 22nd to cap first, because they had Ruins as their fourth point, or their second point. And we all discussed this at length, and everyone pretty much knows this, but Ruins is one of the hardest points to defend of any fourth point that you can really have. As soon as you get a garrison or any sort of something up at the church by town center, you open up the floodgates for a million different avenues into the Ruins and to bottle you in there.
Yeah, I know that all too well. And then you can cut off their armor from coming in.
Very easily, right. You force them to play up north, and if that's where your tanks are playing, they're going to have Peeker's advantage. So, my one stat that I picked out here that was fun was, it's Carentan, like when you're getting 31 mine kills versus 29 mine kills. So that's just crazy. And the infantry kills pretty even, but the kill differences in where they were in the roster, significant advantage for the Pathfinders. So really good match between these teams. Because we're talking about Ruins, there's another clip that I have for us where it's the Pathfinders forcing a little bit of a soft reset.
We do see that now. A couple of SLs just patrolling the defense here, as we do get over halfway capped here on this single OP. So it's just pure hard cap pressure at the moment from this Pathfinders squad.
And that's just one OP.
One OP, I was about to say.
Pathfinder's just recovering on that midpoint.
There's just so many.
And at this point, 22nd had cap pressure too. So this was a big, play by the Pathfinders to pull those guys back to defense. You can see that point then goes back to the 22nd's favor. The Ruins did. And at the same time, that gives the cap weight relief on Canal Crossing, and Pathfinders continues to defend. So that's a really good job by that squad leader. getting the OP in the
being-
hard cap and just saying, load me up and we'll, create some chaos over here.
And especially when you know a team is putting everyone towards you, because you can kind of sense it in the game. In the back of your mind, you're like, well, that fourth point, is open, or it's one or two guys sitting there for chevrons.
Right.
So
that's that phase of the game where you're like an hour, 10, hour 15 on the clock, where like the mid cap is kind of over, but you still have the squad leaders who place their OP, assuming you're playing a very disciplined team like the 22nd. You're going to have to still deal with that. And if you have one guy is able to get one of those squad leaders away, you really make it easy for the rest of your team. But one last clip here. It's a quote-unquote fake satchel, but we'll take a look.
Fine, it's just a move in. Meanwhile, it is the slow grind. Looks like we've got medium here. I think they are satchels. But the tank is...
Yeah, the tank hearing the STG, getting their crewmen to jump out and taking him down.
I mean, you got to assume the worst, especially...
that's something Gusket was mentioning during the cast. Like, you got to assume the worst if you're, in that tank, if you hear a STG near you and you don't see the person, like to see their kit. But great play by Pathfinders. Whether it was meant to be or not, it worked out pretty well, getting a tank essentially killed by taking all the crew out.
Yeah, that's one of the worst things that you can have happen besides dying is having Blick or my driver or my gunner, Nugs or somebody hopping out and repairing, dying to Artie or something. Because it seems like we're always far away from a Gary. Always.
That's like a habit from like Battlefield, like where you don't want to jump out of your tank before it's destroyed because like then you give them a tank. Obviously, that's not a thing in Hell Let Loose, but it's still a terrible thing to have happen to your team. STG and Bar sound similar, Hump. We're sending you to Hell Let Loose boot camp.
Yeah. Well,
I'm getting called out, but let's move on to Merc versus Rofs. Merc as the Axis defeating Rofs as the Allies 3-2 Carentan Canal Crossing. So another Canal Crossing game. We mentioned it earlier. Assault 9 does need the bar, but I'll settle for the Tommy gun. Tommy gun on Assault 9 would be so good. I love that gun. But
hit shot magnet.
It's so freaking good. So Merc defeating Rofs. This is a big one as well. So Merc stamping their ticket to Summit with this one. And they did it in a fairly convincing format. I'd say the first 45 minutes from Merc looked incredibly solid. Their line was very, very disciplined. It was, as good as it can look on the map. If you were to show that map to me and Merc before the game and said, this is what it's going to look like at, 50 minutes or 35 minutes into the game, I'd say, hell yeah, we're definitely winning. What happened a little after that is something that happens to a lot of good teams is they sense a little blood in the water. They have ruins to capture, so they're right to do so. And they just kind of all went to attack, and it wasn't super organized, but it was working effectively, so you kind of keep doing it. So, I mean, that's like the negative side of like the argument. The other side of the argument is Rofs wasn't really able to get anything going on Canal Crossing, so it kind of does work out. So, I don't know. What do you think about that, Snow?
Yeah, it seems like, and this has been like a trend through. I've seen watching Merc. It's like they do so much great prep work for their opener, and then like mid game, it seems like they don't have like a how do I want to put this, like a post cap plan.
Right.
Seems like basically prepping pre and post cap. But like you said, 45 minutes, it was great. Yeah, I've read the comments too.
Yeah. Yes.
So, but I think just a few like tweaks, man. Merc is a really, really strong team, and like if you're not careful and you overlook them, they could definitely upset you because they have the experience. They've been here forever. So definitely you gotta keep your eye on them.
Exactly, and they're having a great season in Hell EU, and for all you guys out there that are in Hell EU and off-season competitive league, next week we're going to really start to cover up all that we've missed in these last few weeks. It's just been so busy around the league, and I want to dedicate some time back to you guys as we get into your playoffs. So maybe we'll get some people on from those teams as a guest, and that'd be great. But Merck is going to be a contender in the Summit here, and I think that they're a team that is going to be a tough out, like when you play them, just because you said the prep that they do is really solid, and they want to win. Unfortunately, the stats we don't have for this one, I was able to get them, but oddly enough, none of those graphs and charts populated. It was just the plot.
It's having the same.
It was
problem.
very strange. So I don't know what's going on there, but I do have one highlight from this one, and I think that this is like really representative of where the game is right now, where like you basically have two OPs like ebbing and flowing towards each other, and rarely is it as visible as it was in this clip.
Garrison is pinging shifties over here. Smoke's going down. Noel's defending this garrison nicely. Oh, it's a bit further back, it's behind these hedges. I thought it might have been under the smoke. But there is a Roth's OP right here. That needs to go. Oh, good grenade. Really good grenade.
Massive grenade. Not able to get the OP though, but still moving up on it. Gets another spawn in. And then he goes down.
Noel goes down.
And now the momentum is on the Roth side of things.
Even working the MG. These guys are all
it's these little fights that mean so much.
Right, it is.
Carcass.
Yeah, those little fights back and forth like that is where the front line lives and dies.
100%.
Especially where that is on the map edge like that. If Roths is able to get that OP right there, they're right next to a garrison. They're able to kind of kick the door in there. But Merck doing a really good job of holding that off and coming away with the win 3-2 here on Canal Crossing.
Then you heard the MG. You heard Rex on the MG right behind him. So
that's one thing I did see in the stats. It was MG Rex and MG... who was the other one?
Fallon?
Yeah, MG Fallon, right. Yeah, MG Fallon. Both with like 50 plus MG kills. So living up to their T17s on that one. So KRC versus Merck, or WRTB. You want to go over this one, or you got one more thing here? No,
you're good.
Alrighty. So WRTB is the Allies defeating KRC as the Germans 3-2 on Carentan Canal Crossing. This was another, again, Canal Crossing one. We are off Canal Crossing after this one when we get to ANZR first. But, this was another sort of match where WRTB looked really good, but KRC stayed in the match the entire time. And the story of that was KRC's armor. Up until the last moments of this game, the KRC armor towards the factory section south of the bridge of Canal Crossing was a massive help to them in staying into this game. And multiple times it looked like they were kind of out of the fight, but as KRC does, they build a couple red zone garrisons that you don't expect, and they just blitz your point.
Yeah, they're gonna live and die on those, no matter what.
I mean, it was working for them, so I don't blame them at all, and it was really good. We have a couple of clips here from this one. We'll start with just a recon tank dealing with a heavy or a medium, and this is off the opener.
Looks like this P4 is actually getting hit by I think a Greyhound from behind. Yes, a Greyhound from behind. Three-man Greyhound from Kami George. Huge kill from Kami George in the Greyhound.
That was big play off the start by WR.
You're at P4. Why do you not turn around? Like, I want to tell you, like,
in that area with the factories, like, you know, I get it, but it's especially when it's so hectic at the start of the game like that. But that was a big play at the start, and something that definitely helped them kind of secure the point there.
Yeah, but in WRTB, like week to week and week, they have looked better and better and better. So especially like we were looking at like in round 2, and we were like, damn, is WRTB at the like collapse. So it's really good to see them like starting to fill out a 50-man team as well, because I think they had a 4-1 game, and then also good to see KRC back in Summit.
Yeah, it's been great to see. Like, these are the OG teams, and I mean, going back to my KRC days, playing WRTB was like the pinnacle of competition at the time, and I recall very, very fondly playing like SME offensive followed by Hurtgen offensive, and it was like best of 3, and you know, my girlfriend was like, what are we gonna do today? And it's like, sorry, I don't even know when this is gonna be over. Like, could be an hour, could be 5. Like
5.
Just incredible times, but these two teams still going at it. Couple different clips here. We have a pretty funny clip, or 2 funny clips. I'll play them in succession. The first one is an airhead that was dropped by KRC that WRTB was desperately looking for.
Protected. As Scotsman actually spawns on top of the airhead, but has no idea that it landed on him.
I love Awake for sticking with this for as long as he did, by the way.
Oh, he has no idea.
So you can see Scotsman just like, I don't know if he knew
defending,
because he was in the spawn screen when it
Overlord
fell.
spawns here too. Oh, he doesn't know
Wow.
that the airhead is right here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Scotsman actually could be locking it out right now. Oh my gosh. Pickle Rick might have saw it land. Oh man, this is just.
They're talking in blue.
Did you get it?
Get it?
Oh,
He runs right by it.
I wonder how many spawn waves this stopped from
no,
coming
they're
in.
gonna
Like,
look
just
back
by
at this,
people
what are we doing?
coincidentally being close by.
As 4th point progress has started on the customs for a little bit, it flashed, but
Wow.
it could just be some spawn waves being spawned in. But you know, this is gonna be a very interesting spawn wave now, as there's really no one on top of this airhead.
This makes us console players look bad.
Oh my gosh, I know this looked boring.
I mean, they know
to your viewers if you haven't really played too much Hello Loose, but this is a very
it happens. I'm sure it's
crucial moment
happened to
for
me
either
more
team.
times than I know.
As I think
thankfully.
Scotsman's gonna lock it out for a few seconds and probably deny the spawn
And
again.
here's another good one.
Oh, he's gonna go to the 3-story. I think Scotsman might hear him. Oh my god, and he knifed them. We got it on stream, boys. We got a knife kill. Overlord knows his Bodhi got knifed. Oh my god, we might get another knife. Corgi, I'm sorry. You got knifed again? Got
2 knives by the KRC commander there. That's an incredible clip.
It just goes in there like he owns the place.
Yeah, I mean, and he stood there for a while before he ended up getting taken out by, I think it was Overlord, but that was a really, really funny clip. Let me see. I think I got one more here for this game. This was WRTB saving it at the end of the game here.
I think a bottom run is coming in from KRRC. And this could seal the point into
Look
their
how close that
favor.
is now.
Oh man, this reminds me of the Taco 6 game. It was just like
Fortunately,
that.
wipes out one guy repping the Tiger tank.
Literally
Ashley
like 1 or 2
started
guys
defending for
difference there.
WRTB.
Changes it.
That was the EXO 6 game for
Oh,
75
yes.
minutes.
It was.
WRTB has a heavy tank. It does not look like they do.
They're still set up too. That's crazy that they're getting that much cap pressure.
Yeah.
Because you saw just there on the map. I mean, they had 2 Garys right there, and all the OPs.
Yeah, Wake saying
No
no
way
one from
KRC was.
Yeah, exactly. No one in the hard cap for KRC. And yeah, that tank had the repper who is like just outside of the hard cap, but I don't think that they could have really pulled up past that building there without just getting shot to death by everything. So really, really close to loot up KRC 1. Yeah, I thought I saw something about that WRTV took out nodes or something like that, but the official match log showed WRTB won, and that's what I watched during the stream. So they did awake.
They reversed it.
Oh, okay.
That technical.
All right. So technically, this was won by KRC.
Well, screw that. We only go by what we see.
Yeah, I'm a results guy.
Fuck the nodes. We don't even need nodes.
With that though, I mean this was a seeding match as well for the Valley, so no like real massive implications from that, and it was still an entertaining game to watch just from a viewer perspective. So at least we got that out of it.
No WRTB touched in those spots.
Got to be careful with those. But moving on to the final match of round 4 to go over, ANZR as the Russians defeating first as the Germans 3-2 on Stalingrad train station. So another Stalingrad match for the first, and this one didn't go quite as well as the first one did against WRTB a few weeks ago. But I mean, obviously, these two teams, again, playing on a neutral ground that is not really great for either of them on Stalingrad, and let the issues fly. You did that recently, so why don't you speak to that as a North American?
I wish you had the video of me trying to get past a rail car. That would just briefly sum it up. It's just AIDS. I mean, 480 ping. It was not good. And it's kind of funny that it's like Australian versus Old First, like EXO being Old First, and then ANZR being like baby sixth. It's funny that, and they were both playing on Stalingrad.
And what did what do you think about it as its like viability of Stalingrad?
Oh, it's definitely playable. It's definitely playable.
If you were playing like if it was all on like North America team versus North America team or whatever else, you think definitely worth having in a pool?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's definitely worth having. It makes for fun games. 3-2. Ours was 3-2. You could see how they could get very, very close. It makes for fun games.
And I'm interested to see what the chat has to say. I mean, a lot of our community in the chat, Hulkif, everyone knows that one. But I'm interested to see what people think about Stalingrad. Those that have played it, if it was good because it was fair and even, or if it was bad because it wasn't fair or even, or it was bad because of crashes, bad because it's unplayable.
It's no different from El Alamein or Purple Heart. I think Purple Heart Lane is the worst map we have in the entire rotation.
Like just from a performance perspective?
Yes. We played against 9PZ in a scrim as a tanker, and the rendering just makes it so unplayable to me.
Are you
I hate that map.
On Xbox?
PlayStation.
Oh, that's
interesting.
The
rendering, like with tanking, man, like you can't, like the walls don't render in like 250 meters out. Nothing renders in, so you can see the tank in the open field and you're shooting at, but you're hitting a tree or a wall or something that you cannot see. Purple Heart Lane needs to get thrown out.
I mean, I'm fine with that just as an infantryman, because that is the most brutal artillery spam map of, like, I'd rather play Foy than PHL, because PHL you're just bottlenecked into certain areas as infantry.
Rice fields and ditches.
Yeah. It's a mess of a game or a mess of a map. You're seeing people talk about Japan being middle ground, and yeah, I mean, we really need the Hawaii servers or something like that to open up so that we can have a true middle ground. So any rich benefactors out there looking to set up a server in Hawaii, please, we're begging you. But going back to this game, we do have some stats. So ANZR is pictured here in blue as the allies. So as far as kills, ANZR does come away with a bit of an advantage, but not massively so. I think the interesting stat was the machine guns, because even though it's equal, ANZR also was using the DP machine gun, which is much more difficult to use than the MG42, of course.
MG42.
But then again, they're playing in a defensive fashion, holding on to the midpoint, so you kind of get that side of the coin of the MGs.
Yeah, but I tell you that the machine gun the Russians have is like straight shooting. It seems like you don't really get much suppression from it, but
right.
just you find a good spot, you're hitting people across the map with the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know a lot of people like to hip fire it as well, so that's another big factor with that weapon. But Stalingrad, I think, is going to be interesting to see moving forward if teams choose to now play it when we get into the single round knockout. If people still view it as worth it, or if people are just trialing it out. I don't unfortunately have any clips from this game because it was unfortunately not streamed. But from what I heard about this one, it was just a kind of a grinding match and very kind of laggy for the NA players. So, first, you win some, you lose some, and Stalingrad is still Stalingrad.
I mean, from my experience, even if we would have lost against EXO, I don't think none of us would have blamed the lag for it.
Right.
I think it was just so close, type of thing. So I don't really buy into that. But It definitely was. It was like LLMain. LLMain's the same way.
Yeah, I think when it comes to like the argument of lag and stuff like that and its impact on the game, I think a fair part of the argument is that because so many other things are more equal than they ever have been, knowing what map you're going to play, knowing what point you're going to play, and being able to dry run those things and like plan it out, the things that you can't control, like the ping, like, people crashing, becomes a more significant part of the pie of factors in the game that, can impact things. So while I agree that it's not like something that's going to win or lose a game, I understand at least when people throw that around. So obviously when you lose a match and you feel that way, you're going to make that known. That's one thing that we definitely know about our community.
One thing I do, I know we're wasting a little too much time, but
no, we're good.
One thing I did really like the EXO. I found out after our match against them was they had scrimmed teams. I think another like 9PZ or 3-5 on a Japanese server to go ahead and get it adjusted to it. I think that's really
smart.
cool to go ahead and get used to it. Yeah, it's gonna be shit, but at least we've done it before, kind of thing. So
Right.
I don't know if that had any help to them, but it makes sense that they would do that. So I do give them credit for doing that because it was eye-opening when I hopped on doing the drive runs on a US West and then hopping in at Japan. And that tank wouldn't hardly move.
That is, especially in the tank. It's you're probably like, this was not this hard just 10 minutes ago.
No.
Why don't we get into some of our picks for...
We can skip this.
So, you know what? Because you said it, let's just go straight into the scoreboard here. I made this is I'm gonna have to figure out how to make this graphic less busy, but round 4, I had quite the week with picking the correct result in every single match and only missing the correct score in 2 of them. You picked every match correct except for 2 and missed the correct score in the 4 that you guessed correct. So that brings our overall record to myself with 7 perfect picks, 12 correct results, and 2 incorrect for 7, 12, and 2. Snow gets 6 perfect picks, 10 correct results, and 4 incorrect for 6, 10, and 4. And our guest Lambda last week also did quite well, guessing all but 1 match correct, and
Crazy.
Quite a few perfect results as well. So our guest column, our guests are doing really well. So at least we picked
I know.
people.
Are we gonna group them together? Now Awake's getting carried by Lambda.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, let's hear what Awake has to say about that in the chat here. But I think this is going to be really good to have as we look back on the season and be able to like kind of see the trends on these, and that's something I plan on kind of talking about when we have an end of the season sort of recap episode, and we'll look at all of the maps and all of the points that were played and who won Axis or Allies, and just try to like get really into the data and tell me if that's what you guys are interested in. But I'm a data guy, so it's something that definitely interests me. But we'll what do you say we look at the next week? What's up?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this because I still haven't made up my mind on who I'm gonna pick yet.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't either. It's I really don't think about it until I'm here with you. So everyone's watching kind of it live. But we have first EXO versus 3-5. Foy Knight Southern Edge. This is 3-5 as the Allies and EXO as the Axis, and this is tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be casting this one on the Caparzo channel, so I'm definitely excited for this one.
Yeah. You want me to go and pick?
Yeah. Why don't you tell us what you think about this one, your pick, and a little about what you think.
You said Southern Edge, and yeah, that's Axis. EXO wins this. Just trying to think of the score. I know you got your pencil and pen ready.
Yeah, I am.
Oh man. Okay. Damn. I want to say EXO 5-0's them. Am I crazy for thinking that?
No, that was honestly that was going to be my pick as well. I was thinking that EXO probably is going to come away with the 5-0. I think that this map is really favorable to a lot of the things that EXO likes to do. So that's what I'm thinking there. I want to get us into the lobby for this scrim here in like 15 minutes. So why don't we move on to 22nd versus ANZR? What are you thinking on that one?
I'm just gonna have row with them every round, so I'm gonna go with ANZR wins this. They're actually gonna be playing some Legion boys tonight, so
get warmed up that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Utah Knight being 4, it's gonna be tough.
That's that north side, so very very difficult.
Yeah.
For the Axis, if they lose it.
Yeah, that's what exactly. Because then you just push out in open fields. Armor definitely is gonna be a huge role, but I think it's gonna be probably one of the closest games of the weekend. Is that game up there?
So 3-2.
I think it would Anzio. Yeah, 3-2 Anzio.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take this one 22nd 3-2. So we'll face off in this one, and I do think this is gonna be one of the more competitive games this season.
No hate Smithers and await.
Wow. Snow, why do you hate Smithers and Awake? They're such nice guys.
I don't. Now we're going to tie.
Yeah,
Awake's going to
very
tie.
typical Awake response to that question. But all right, let's do Rofs versus 9PZ. Rofs as the Allies, 9PZ as the Axis on PHL Grout Pillbox. I'm gonna take Rofs because I think that the Allies really have a nice advantage on that point. And again, this is 8:31 p.m. tomorrow night, so don't forget the 1. It's sharp timing there. But I think Rofs is going to win this one 3-2.
I think Rofs is going to win this 4-1.
4-1 Rofs. So a little Aussie pride this week for you and the six.
Rofs is not one of the ones that I'm going to be picking for that, but we do not like Rofs. But hey, we'll meet in the middle if we can get a scrim with them. We'll be. Oh yeah, Rom said to be nice. So.
Yeah, you don't want to get in trouble. You'll get banned from the Summit Discord. But so we have the 6th versus Legion scrim taking place in just about 10 minutes. So we're gonna just take a quick break while I get the everything kind of figured on my side, and we will be back in just a few moments. Alrighty, everyone. We are back. I'm in the server. I don't have admin cam. So if there's anyone in ANZR that can get me admin cam, I will appreciate it. Just get my...
Tommy, let them know to give you admin cam. Please tell Nori or whoever.
Who do I have to DM here?
I think his name is Nori. Let me look.
But what's everyone's predictions here tonight? Snow and I get to play the part of homers for respective teams. Yeah, little G. I'll message you, Tommy, with my ID just in case anyone doesn't have it.
You're streaming from the Legion side?
Yeah, I'll be streaming from the Legion side.
6 are gonna have a rough time tonight. No snow and Hurtgen. Listen, they said not to play because we're in forest, and last thing they want is a 150-ton tank getting stuck in the trees. 6-5 Legion. Yeah, okay, we're on crack. It's not. It's like 6th and 1st versus. Or it's like 6th in Legion with Anziar in 1st.
Yeah, the Siegfried Line, I think, is a point that has not been played competitively that I know of, at least. So I think I'm interested to see how that plays out for both teams. Anytime you're on Hurtgen 2, your opener is a big part of what you need to get right with the truck routes. Those are always very difficult.
Yeah. I was looking at our pre-prep work. I'm sure you guys have like a save folder of
right.
Past prep. There won't much on this. This was back when we didn't have a server browser, and this would be a random time you would get this.
You pulled that file from the
the archives.
Yeah, you have to blow the dust off that one.
Oh wait, I said 150 tons, not pounds.
Yeah, we said it as we went to break. The first comments are rolling in. It's Snow snack break.
I need we need like a scale cam where I just stand on a scale and have a camera and you just pan to it throughout the episode.
Yeah, and if you comment, you have to post a picture of your scale, and if you're more, you can't talk shit about Snow's snacking.
Oh yeah.
I ordered pizza tonight for dinner, and and it was coming late, so I was like, oh my god, if I have to eat on camera, I bet if people had to take bets at the start of the podcast who was going to eat on camera first, it wasn't going to be Caparzo.
I'll never forget where I lagged out when I used to do Comp Let Loose with Winters. I came back with a burger. I literally was, because I lagged out, so I was just waiting for it to connect, so I walked in there and grabbed one and came back. Needs to eat salads. I eat salads. I actually had pasta for the first time tonight in 6 months. So
you were
carved up.
Yeah, that's it's always a good summer night meal. Little pasta. I still don't have admin cam, but hopefully that'll get resolved here shortly. We're still a little bit away from match start, and we all know how these things go. It's realistically going to be quite a little bit more time before things are truly underway. But why don't we just go back and talk more about our, round 5 predictions here. So I'm going to do a big graphic of this. So, just going back to 22nd versus ANZR, WN4. WN4 is a really, really hard point for the Axis if you don't cap it off the jump. The Allies could do a lot of things off the start that are going to put them in a really good spot, and then if you get the buildables in a situation where you can build upon the default stuff that's already there, you can put the Allies or the Axis in a really tough situation.
Yeah, but I do think versus a lot of points that is Allied favor, that you do have a really good shot to take hard cap, take mid cap off rip as Axis versus I think Chapel, where the odds are stacked very much against you. So I think that's going to be the key. Kind of like how we tried to play against EXO was we figured we had to take mid first to win. Anziar needs to go into this thinking the same exact thing. And keeping tanks alive. Tanks on this point in particular is going to be so vital.
Yeah, armor for the allies could be in a bad situation too if they don't cap first, because getting off that beach is really, really difficult to begin with, and then if you have another tank on top of there, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, and if you take mid, send an engineer and a support player to get on that road and build a gate across it. I'm telling you, that will mess up their logistics behind them so much.
Yeah, and
that would be one of the first things we would do.
We've seen that before too. Is people doing? I think it was WRTB actually did it, where they had a hedgehog built right at the gate or the opening of Saint Marie du Mont, and no one was able to, or the tank had to stop, wait for an engineer to come by, blow it up so that it can move on. So I like that one.
I'm telling you, yeah, little things like that, especially like when it's like neck and neck, and you think you're white. At least you didn't tiptoe around this time. I'm still running infection. I was like, but yeah, I think little things like that is really kind of separates you when you're super close in games.
Yeah, I've seen Helly you doing that infection. Gray has been kind of covering that on his YouTube channel. So match should start in a little bit. I see both teams starting to load in now. I'm just waiting to get up in admin cam so I can kind of start from there. But once that's done, we'll switch over to that view and kind of do your typical type of stream that you're used to seeing. But let's go.
You have admin cam yet? I did let them know. Tommy and
I don't.
Boy.
Maybe they did it in the wrong ANZR. One.
Yeah.
So bear with us while we sort this out, and we've seen a couple predictions so far, but I'd like to see those keep rolling in. And again, this is live, everyone, so your live commentary is appreciated and live chats is appreciated, because we're all going to be watching this together at the same time, and that's very exciting. We did this before for the Road to D-Day, and that I think adds like a really fun dimension to the game.
No, don't say Road to D-Day. I'll have to get a green screen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm afraid what you'll put me behind.
Oh,
that's why I don't.
That gives
I don't
me
need
too
a green
much
screen,
power.
bro.
Yeah.
We'll just have like a train track behind me or something. But I think, just talking a little bit about the Hurtgen map. I mean, 6 is gonna have to play their armor on that hill, and you're gonna need AT guns up there as well. But I don't know. What do you think? I think this kind of favors the 6, like point wise.
I would say so. Sorry, I just got admin cam, so
Gotcha.
let's do one of these so we can still. Okay, let's switch over.
I'll tell Nourisher, thank you.
Yep, thank you guys, appreciate it. So yeah, I do think it is a little bit favored to the Axis, just because you have it a little bit more on your side. So again, Siegfried is down in the south here, so we'll go ahead and fly on over. Lev is asking you to confirm or deny the allegation that a supply truck had to pull your tank.
Did you hear that video?
No.
So Backpack was in a squad with like Doc and Collapsed and Leb and Skier, and basically that was heavy or something. They're like, don't bring up Snow, and Doc just roasts me, man. He says the only way he can get off the beach is have a supply truck push him up for extra horsepower or something. So no, I don't need a truck to pull me up the hill.
All right, so the allegations are denied. You heard it here, Leb. But getting into the map here, I do think it's Axis favored. They have a little bit of a easier route into the point just from a road perspective. On Hurtgen, it's one of those maps where you kind of want to stick on the roads if you can, really, especially if you're not like super prepping for the map where you found like this perfect line through all these different trees. And then once you cap here, if you're the Axis, you have a really dominant perspective of the of the map here. And I think that this is going to be really fun to, if there's any MGs that set up here, go into that first-person view now that we have available to us and kind of see exactly what they're looking at and kind of get into these single-player engagements in ways that we haven't been able to do since the early days where we had real POVs, and I think everyone will agree this is much better.
Yeah, I mean, it's Hurtgen too, so that river is going to play such a key. You're going to constantly see Legion trying to flank around that river, and then Six, if they take mid and want to push forth. I do think the push off from Siegfried to the enemy's second point is rough. I think it's more of the you take it and hold it for 90 minutes kind of game versus the other points.
Yeah, with this push, as you can see from this perspective from the Allies, it is very daunting to approach this this hill here. If the Germans get really anything on top of this hill, you're a sitting duck, and they most likely will get there before you can get super close to this mountain. But it's going to be close again with, if you can get to the base of here, you kind of give yourself a little bit more cover. And again, I think that that's going to be fun to watch the first-person perspectives as those players run in and see exactly what they're looking at. So excited to use this.
Legion takes the truck is my guess.
That's your guess, is that Legion takes a truck?
I don't know which one yet. Probably that one that's going to go in the south.
on
that road.
I don't know too much about anything. I'm trying to let myself be a little bit surprised, but I imagine most of this game is going to be spent like from this sort of perspective here on Hurtgen, just because of how crowded. You kind of get a little relief from some of the trees and everything, and you can see a little bit more. So I'm definitely excited to see how these guys come out here tonight. But
this is the KRC map. Dude, KRC would 5-0 anyone bound on this map. The red zones.
The red zone garrisons. Oh my goodness, it's too powerful. That you can't be allowed. They can't be allowed to unleash their full power like that.
Curious to see what Six brings up that we don't do in Summit, because it seems like every time we play a Scrim versus Legion, we break a rule or something that we can't do in Summit.
Who is commanding for you guys? Is it Malarkey?
Haven't even looked because I wasn't playing, so I didn't even look at the roster. But probably, if it's Malarkey, we won't be doing nothing like that.
Oh, I'm on the wrong team, maybe. Are they yelling at me? Hold on. Yes. I will redeploy and we'll get on the right team. Oh Lord,
the Six boys found out that Kenny's over there with you guys.
Oh, what?
Kenny boy. Oh no.
Divinity already asking not to be caught in a bush. That's that you're asking for it now.
Yeah, we're gonna be looking. Oh, some of the recent changes to admin camps. I haven't seen it too much. I didn't even know about the first person.
Oh yeah, it's cool. I'll show it off here in a second once I'm gonna be joining Mr. Bear Juice squad for this game. Let's spawn him back in.
Ace will be commanding.
It looks like Tobias is going to be commanding for Legion. Here we go. All right.
Is this a mixed game for you guys?
Yeah, I think we have quite a few fills from other teams, so it's always a fun time here. So, but yeah, let me show you what this looks like. We'll go to Thor. And then you can go.
Oh, okay.
But like, is his gun not showing? Like, I've had that glitch before where like his gun doesn't even show.
Yeah, his gun's not showing.
Let's see who else we got. Let's see, we got Divinity here. You can't see his gun either.
L streamer doesn't know the controls.
I don't know the controls. Come on, give me a break.
You had to go to your...
Yeah, I had to make sure that, that they changed everything. I gotta make sure I'm... Yeah, let's see here. Oh yeah, see, for the American guns, it seems like it worked, and that was my experience that I was having the other night too. It was very strange.
That's crazy that you consider POVs like that.
Yeah, and then you can see who it is if you just go here. So this is Spanky. There is weird like glitches though, and I think a lot of people have seen that, like where you don't actually see the visual recoil of things. So if we go here, if we could find someone who's shooting, you can if they ADS, you really can't even see the recoil. Oh, this is the typical things that are happening pre-match. See if anyone is shooting anywhere.
They're behaving so well. When I get in there, I die like 25 times. Everyone has Cronus.
If everyone has Cronus, nobody has Cronus.
He's cheating. He's cheating. Oh, dude. Imagine like that. You see, you're an Orga team. Someone sends a clip like this and says, "Look, he has no recoil."
Let me make sure we have audio as well. And we're gonna go full screen, just so everyone knows once we get into the match. But let's make that a little lower. Yeah, it is quite hilarious when people are shooting. We have Maho Joe over here. Maybe he has a gun? Oh, he has a gun. See?
It's weird. Yeah, we already have it.
Yeah. Joe, speaking of Maho was instigating earlier, doing a bit of trolling.
Leb, I'm streaming. I'm not in a tank. That'd be kind of crazy. Doing the podcast while I'm playing.
Ultimate stream sniping. Oh.
But actually, will it show tank POV? I don't know.
It doesn't. I think it just does like your typical third person. So like if we go to the tank here.
Oh, that would be cool to see like the gunner's POV.
Yeah, like if I'm clicking the button to go to first person, and that's just kind of all you get.
Nothing.
It would be cool to see the gunner POV though. Like when you're seeing two tanks about to engage and you know what tank is going to have the peak on which first, you can kind of see that first shot. I think that'd be really neat. Let's see how many players we got. Oh, just missing, I think, one from the Legion side because I'm technically the 50th player, but otherwise we're looking good.
On the 6 side, they're full?
49, yeah.
Holy hell. We did it, boys. 8 minutes. We're notorious for being late.
I mean, so are we. It's an immovable object. It meets unstoppable force there.
Holy, I'll take 8 minutes.
My favorite drink, Lil G, I don't know. Is water too cliche of an answer? I don't know. I like a nice Pepsi every so often. Not a big soda guy.
Yep. You know Pepsi was made up the road for me? Okay, look. I'm not playing, motherfucker.
Lev's just tilting you now. Let's check out the Legion
I'm
H.
off to watch Libby's.
You can see how bright these new flares are.
They changed the flare and how strong they are.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's so bright. This German flare especially. We got Mr. Tunney here with no gun. It's very strange. I don't know what exactly the situation's, why it happens and why it's more. What about something that starts with chocolate? Yeah, chocolate milk is up there. I'd say that's certainly a top 5, I'd say. Yoo-hoo. Chocolate drink. That's not chocolate milk. They'll get sued if they get called chocolate milk.
Yeah, well, it's chocolate water, so that's water and chocolate.
Yeah, let's go to full screen here because I think we're nearly ready to start. Make sure audio's all good, and we'll get started here. But this is going to be a fun time doing this all live. and both being players for each of these respective teams. So I think we should just go full homer mode and just like outwardly. It's rare that I get to outwardly cheer for my team during a broadcast that I'm doing. And
Same. Who is Alphabet Man? I don't think I've seen him.
That's
Play with you
CJ.
guys. Is he new?
No, he
Okay.
just is like a lower level guy. Doesn't play a ton, but I think he's still like under level 100. Plays a ton of MG.
Okay.
He's a good player. Holds it down with the MG big time.
He played in our last time we scrimmed, like last week.
Yeah,
I saw him.
yeah. He's a really good player. He's one of Mini Fiji's friends from real life, I believe. If you know Mini Fiji.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Thoughts on TPL unbanning Wolf just for him to get banned in sub 48 hours? I mean, what do you mean thoughts? Like, was that something that wasn't like the minus 10,000 happening? Like,
What did he get banned for?
I think homophobia. I think we'll just keep it at that.
Yeah, free wolf.
That
See,
for him to have been banned so long and it to be like the first like free this person movement and for him to come back in just 48 hours. I didn't really expect anything less, to be honest with you, but you know.
it's funny because I'm telling you, people act out just because of the rules that are there. If TPO said screw it, we don't have any rules on the speech, nobody would act up.
Yeah, Divinity taking pot shots at Max here.
He can't hit him though. Divinity needs to get in a bush to be effective.
Max just like
Snow's advocating for homophobia.
if you you see the new what do you call it as well, the filters you can do.
No, what the? Why would you do this?
Cinema.
Yeah, fix. How about you fix the friends
there's
list?
so many yeah, right. There's so many different ones too. I don't even know what this is.
That looks like the cover photo, the old cover photo.
Like just
Kind of.
massive shadows.
Yeah, I kind of
Feels
like
weird
that
when
other
you
one.
turn it
It's
off.
like shaders. Yeah.
Got Mr. Mac running through the forest here. Let's see if he has a gun. Nope. Let's see how we are looking. 49. I guess somehow still missing one. I bet they'll just choose to go though. Little meeting of the minds over here.
Yeah. How's it feel streaming without the like 30-minute waiting thing?
I like it a lot just because I could like interact with chat like in real time. I think it's like a fun way to be able to stream games because you can have that more like interactivity with everyone as they're watching it, and you know everyone's watching it unfold at the same time. So there's none of that like, you know, if you know the Archon that the server's playing on, like you can like really see what the result is ahead of time. Like this is as live as it gets.
Yeah. I wish see. I don't think if you're even if you go to stream snipe, unless you're not looking at the map, you're not going to get too much off.
Yeah.
Like, we obviously it's frontline play. Like we know they're in front of us. They're like.
Yeah, and at the start of the match, I will be not in the map as much as I might ordinarily be. So for you guys watching, just like maybe for the first like 5 to 7 minutes, I'll probably be not showing the map very much and just kind of focusing on the mid cap. But afterwards, it should be pretty normal. Just like flashing it where needed.
Both teams.
Yeah, exactly. Just to respect the both teams and what they're doing here. Obviously, agreeing to it is. Big thanks to Legion and Six. So tell Snow he's wrong, Leb. What is he wrong about?
Ran to his pantry to grab us Yeah, tank positions.
Who has time for stream sniping? That's what I'm saying, Loot Up. It's a lot
Yeah,
of,
that's what. Yeah.
like I could hardly focus on, playing the game and like performing well. Like if I'm like looking at another screen or my phone and trying to figure out where a garrison was, like come on, man. It's also a scrim.
It'll be different.
Like chill.
Yeah. And remember before we had like streams like this, where it was only POVs. Summit tried having like 4 streamers, one in the map and then one as the player. I think if you had like a stream where it was just the map 100%, then that would be easier to do.
And here we go. Currently messaging players exact carry locations. So we'll wait to join. Mr. Bearju here. He is.
Did you read this? Team switch cooldown is off, so if you did want to hop on the other side throughout the game.
Yeah, that's actually very nice of you guys to do. So maybe we'll end up doing that, but I don't know which person to join. I don't want to like mess anyone up, so probably will avoid doing that. So yep, let's check it out. We're gonna go to Siegfried right off the jump here and get a little lay of the land.
I'm excited to see both teams' openers and see
how
how they're gonna play this.
So from both sides, like, for the Allies, it's almost like easier to get to just because you have a little bit more open space to work with. But the ground to cover is a very scary drive. If you're planning it out and you're expecting 6th or a team like 6 to be up on this hill, potentially waiting for you. The Axis kind of have to deal with the other side of the coin where it's much more difficult to get to the point, but if you do some prepping and you might find like a little rat through the trees, you could like catch a team off guard who might be trying to snipe you. But in general, it is a much more difficult route to the point for the Axis. So how do you feel about your guys' drivers on the 6 side of things?
They're good. It's just depending on, again, this is a scrim, so we're gonna see. I don't even know who is driving. Like I said, I didn't even look at the rosters, so this is gonna be new to me too. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, they have a route through the. I know if it was a league game, we definitely would, but
right, yeah. I mean,
if they don't,
those are the sort of things you prep when you're in a league game, but the scrim maybe not as much. But I'm excited to see how my boys do here on as the Allies. I mean, this is a point that again we've not seen played, or at least to my recollection, I've never seen this played in competitive. So we're all about to learn a little bit about how this usually goes. So
I'm 6, man. I have delayed rockets on that bridge right there, just waiting.
This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really that's the only spot for the truck to get up to, because all this all these little dragon seeds just make it impossible. Or if you try to do something cute, you're really costing your team quite a lot of time. And getting off really isn't an option either, because
the points way up
exactly. And that's something that I see less experienced teams do, is have difficulty with like jumping out too early and causing them an issue like when it comes to getting the point. But let's see here between 6th and Legion on Hurtgen. Nothing right off the gate, but we'll just keep it in roughly this view so we can catch both trucks as they come in.
This is either going to be like a shit show kind of game or a really good game.
What was that? That was strange. See one truck here, 2 trucks coming through the forest. We see 1 truck coming up on the hills here by the house. Seeing both trucks now kind of coming into frame at the same time. Legion gets across that bridge that you were talking about. And 6th. Oh, gets a truck is sniped off the jump. Through the forest at the transport. And that's going to give Legion a huge head start on the point there with 1 truck out of the picture. We see just this.
The main truck.
Yeah, we're seeing this truck. Oh my goodness! Getting sniped as well. Oh,
So you gotta be careful with.
clip it. Oh, and our truck just... JPL. Gotta love it. Awesome start for Legion.
Dude, those flares are so bright. What is that?
Yeah, dude. And we're already seeing the frame rate, and yeah, I can only imagine what these players are experiencing right now. Let's get in
Yeah,
close.
if you're sick and hands here, this is the last thing you. That AT guns, it has to be. Or
Yeah,
that
again, I'm
medium
not
tank's got up on top of
gonna...
the hill.
Oh, it looks like a tank up here on top of the hill. We have Greg also at the MG, and Legion with a really, really good start.
Yeah, I mean that's the best stars you could ask for. Two of your main trucks.
Let's
Already up
join
on
with
top of the hill.
Ghosted here, using the beautiful, beautiful grease gun on the front lines. Able to just capture so much ground here with those trucks out of the picture to start. Pushing up on the starting medium. This is a big play here. Gets the satchel down, but goes down immediately. I think that also took out the... No. Oh, it was on the ground. Look at that. Really unfortunate. But Legion getting the cap. Libby, Hans en route as well. Kenny nearby. There is a satchel on the ground, but not on the tank. So let's see what Kenny can do with his... Oh, he'll get headshot. So now we just got Hugh here as AT. The satchel goes off. Let's join in with Hugh. This is going to be a new kind of, commentator's curse.
Literally.
I knew that was coming. Let's curse your team. Let's get... Oh, now we can't see their weapons though. All right, let's back off a little bit and get a little bit better idea what's happening here. So 6th committing heavy to the map edge here. It looks like Mr. Snow.
Yeah, I mean they also need to cover that front door. Not sure who's that Yaya. Got to be careful. That's crazy that truck all the way up there.
Chip Hazard does get back to
ground.
his tank though, so that's good news for that P4 that Ghosted was trying to satchel. Yaya finding himself in the middle of quite a few people here, taking out Libby, but that'll alert JPL, and JPL will go down to someone from across the way. That is big play. That opens up this front door a little bit for the 6th.
As you see though, Legion's not getting. They're not pushing. They're waiting for their guys to move up.
Tusks just said 12 in one truck, 11 in the other. That is a brutal couple of snipes.
Yeah, that's exactly what you don't want. And like we talked about earlier, getting that truck stuck on that tree just led to the tank getting the truck.
See Victus here, one of my old pals from KRC days. A demon on Artie for the 1st. Using that grease gun, but Skarn able to take him out. And this map edge looking a little bit weak now as Wolf, Mac, Divinity all moving in, as well as a Stewart.
If you're 6th here, you just gotta realize it's a long game. You just gotta take the ground back as fast as you can before Legion gets so set up.
I want to see what Ivan's able to do here at the MG. This is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
Again, there's no visual recoil. I want everyone to see this now, so we head off any sort of allegations that are going to fly now that we have this tool. Big kills here on the MG for Ivan. Allowing Mac to push up in front of him. This is really nice play.
I mean, and this is why you keep MG in your squad for situations just like this.
Right. And look
When
at all that
MG, you wipe
infantry.
down- Yeah. I mean, just able to push the entire squad up because of that.
I want to scream to Ivan right now. It's a machine gun. Start shooting. Just shoot in front of your infantry, Ivan. We'll leave him to it. We're seeing this ebb and flow of the front line right now. Tank taking a shot from JPL, it looks like. JPL going down. Wild Bill doesn't know that he's got quite a few just pushing up on him, and he gets folded like a lawn chair.
Have we seen a night map with that flare yet, man?
I tested it out yesterday with JPL, and it's actually insane, dude. It's like 500 meters of light in every direction. It's crazy. There's no doubt when you're flared anymore. Like, you know you're flared.
That is good though. Knowing on the ground, you don't have to
Right.
look up in the sky and make sure if you're flared or not.
Seeing Roma use this cover pretty well. But tons of 6 still in front right here. You see their garrison on the map edge. Their tank anchoring this side of the map, so really good plan there by the 6th. We see our first heavy with the Tiger coming in. I'm not sure where the Legion heavies are. I think that they're still pulling up, perhaps.
I don't know if they've lost a tank unless they redeploy or send a tank. I don't think they've lost one. They grabbed one, yeah.
Yeah, this looks like quite a bit of pressure being exerted by 6 here on the front door. Constantine, Wilco holding it down with the MG. Let's see if we can't get Wilco's POV here. Oh, that's what we got, folks. A sandbag. Crawley going down to the likes of Bill, Libby, and JPL.
6 needs to get contained there on the south. Wood Muffin needs to get an OP in some squads there. Try
Yeah.
rapping.
We're seeing that wrap being
I didn't
attempted.
see. I didn't see all those right there.
We're seeing 6 with an opportunity to wrap here. Legion playing very wide. We have Tobias, Goldstar all playing to meet them. But if anywhere looking weak, it's right over here.
Yeah, 6 just isn't taking the ground. They're clearing the infantry.
Yeah. And if we look at the map layout, I mean, the OPs are accounting for that space, but, 6, now pressuring the point just from soft cap alone.
Big satchel, did you see that?
Yeah.
I think it was a satchel RD1. Might have been RD.
And this is just a ton of soft cap pressure by the 6th right now.
If you're Legion right now, you gotta be thinking, trying to get some pressure on the
Right, right. And it's also about, getting a little bit more people inside the hard cap to, allow some more people to bounce around. And just play that balancing act. But you can see it's just teetering because of just how many people the 6th have, splashing this forest. I think a lot of it is the Tiger that they have as well. So 6th, like you said, playing it like it's a long game. That's what you got to do.
Just win your gunfights and move up. Right now, 6 has, every engagement is instant trades. It seems like for every one Legion guy, there's 2 or 3 6.
Yeah, and
It's just gotta take the ground from them.
6th Artillery having a really good time right here as well, pinning down this map edge. CJ playing SL, that's not something I thought I'd see. This guy's like almost a pure MG. Let's see what CJ's looking at. No, he doesn't have a gun either. No one has guns anymore.
We don't need them. I
Tommy.
thought Tommy Shelby wasn't playing. He was in our chat earlier.
A late fill. But if we look over here, looks like exactly what you're
Piss.
saying. Go Piss somehow weaves his way in. He's just.
Fatal. Look at Fatal.
Oh yeah, that guy's
Just
a
like the top of
pest.
the game. Yeah.
And look
hate
at
going
this,
against
Go
Fatal.
Piss. This is a big play that he can make. Let's hop on board with him if it'll let us. Oh yeah, look at this. It worked. He's right there. Go. Okay. So,
That's the play.
Gopis here, he is Satchel engineer or Satchel AT. So an opportunity here for him to get a Satchel on this heavy. And he does. Really well played. Now moving
Huge.
to get the garrison. I'm not sure. Loop must have noticed as well as Blick. Gopis, you have to defend your Satchel.
That's my crew. We could be homers. Let's go. Oh, they got out.
That's a big play.
Let's go.
That is a
I
massive
think what
play.
killed him was that flare. Right as he was running,
Yeah.
he got flared out.
We have Mike Mack making a really big play onto this house here. I wonder if he's going to set up a... Oh, wait, no. He's got a rocket, so no proxy
Dude,
Satchel.
yeah.
But Ivan...
Throwing grenades, doing whatever you can.
Yeah. I didn't think I'd get this far, is what he's thinking. Seeing a little bit more of a stalemate being kind of reached here, and who knows if that's just like a little bit of the chaos that Fatal is doing right now, maybe with a little bit of what Gopis was doing, just to kind of like make people think for a second. Man, I would have loved to see Gopis get that one. That would have been a really, really good play, but your crew, you taught them well. Everything that they know.
Yeah, that's wicked salt. And Loop's taking my TC spot this match.
Well played by those boys. Fly Shet, really good hip fire with the MG there, trading with Grisani. Cap pressure starts a little bit again. Let's check out here though, really quick.
Fatal just being a nightmare.
We've Gopis now entering the hard cap here.
And this is exactly what you want if you're Legion. Just maybe get one or two more, flip the cap, let them know.
Yeah, we do see a satchel going off here. I'm not sure what this was. Is this a rep station or just a truck? Some free CS.
Combat score merchant.
Yeah.
I'm about to say.
Combat score nowadays is crazy with this new system. Like, the other night I got like 50 kills and I had like 1100 CS. I was like, we're going to have to reevaluate what's good now, you know?
Yeah. I don't know what our RD is doing, but that trench line.
Yeah. Don't be watching this, 6th Artie guy. Please. Let Wild Bill just take these OPs. Wild Bill gets one. Moving in with JPL, lockdown. Getting
It's crazy.
two.
We can like root for our team.
Come on, JPL.
Come on, lock.
Wilco. JPL getting saved. JPL thinking about just putting a satchel down, maybe. I don't know. Oh, grenades are coming in. Aw. STG versus the grease gun. Who would have thought? Yeah. Let's see if Libby has a gun or not. No gun. Classic. I have no idea what like determines if it's gonna work or not. It's cool when it does work though.
It seems like when you're near a structure or a bag or anything like that,
Yeah.
then glitches out.
Sixth armor beginning to stack.
I think that's just a testament to Legion's armor staying up on that hill and not really losing any tanks yet.
Yeah, I mean, I've not seen any of the heavies yet. But really, like
Well,
you
it looks
said,
like
you
there's still a
can't.
siding on the south. Yeah, look at the store on the south behind you on the map edge.
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw him pushing up over here. He's
just
not long
just
for this
sending it.
world. Yeah. We do have a bit of cap pressure. Again, it looks like it's entirely sector pressure here, but progressively, you guys getting closer over here to the south, or the north, I guess it would be. Iceman placing a couple mines. Hell Maggot just behind him, doesn't realize, but Mahojo able to get him. And the south side looking a little rough here with all these tanks. Can't really blame Legion here. You got a medium and 2 heavies. Wonder what they're going to decide to do. Because that's where, you know, this game is kind of, or this point is going to be decided right now for these next like half hour. Yeah.
Regal needs to try and work his OP to that house.
Maybe we'll see like a P strike or something from Legion, but
Legion's persistent and Skinny Boy with a flank on him, just picking them off one by one.
This medium took a shot. I'm not sure exactly from where. Looks like it might be an AT gun across the river. Stalemate has kind of been reestablished over here. Yeah, precision those tanks. Yeah, I mean, if you're 6 though, you're as a tanker. Like, why don't you tell me about that? Because that's like one element of the game that I'm really not familiar with.
Well, up until about a minute and a half ago, the Allied commander didn't have a P strike, so
right.
I would like to see him start moving now that, because we're pretty good at calling that out, especially when we get P strike or they attempt it. We set timers. It's one of those things where you're like, to be sure the commander isn't gonna drop one on us, kind of thing. I don't know. Typically, it's so hard when everything's going on. You're focused on everything else. I don't even think about getting P striked, but it does happen. And it pisses you off more than anything when it does.
Crawler trying to be sneaky here. Looks like on the map perspective, like it looks better than on the map than it does in admin cam right now for Legion.
Yeah, I mean, but this response 6 is really just picking off you off the OPs, gaining a little ground, but anytime Legion just knows that they fall back to get on hard cap, they're gonna obviously lose the ground in front of them. So trying to prevent that at all costs.
And it's really just these tanks that are being the biggest problem. We're seeing the first commander ping going out on that tank, and I wonder if we'll see a P strike here in just a moment. Get to half cap before it stalls. Just a few more people probably dipping into the hard cap, but still cap proceeding. Now stopping once again.
Gotta be careful. That whole south right there is open.
Yeah. We're seeing just a lot of trades going on down here as well.
Like how far south the fighting is happening.
Yeah.
Even if 6 takes this, I don't really think they're in a position to really hold for now. Still a lot of work to be done, even if the cap flips.
Yeah, it's
OPs
really just a ton of soft cap pressure. It's like actually kind of crazy.
Is this a huge midpoint too, like circle?
I mean it's fairly big. It's not like exceptionally big though. So there's one of the tanks going down, I believe. Or was that an AT gun? Okay. So all 3 tanks are still up, it looks like.
Six just has to be careful of not getting wrapped like what's happening.
Yeah, in the south and the
Before
north, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really just the razor's edge here. I mean, look at Muffin Man, like somehow like weasels way through these trees. It's just so easy to go missed if someone just runs by you.
Just like I said, the Legion pulled back to the point to stop the cap, but that just they're gonna have to fight and take their ground
Exactly.
back. They lost a lot of that trench.
Seeing a bombing run come in. That is going to be a 6th bombing run. It's gonna be mildly successful. Get 4 or 5, I'd say. 6 with CJ.
Alphabet. Yeah, CJ, you got the back end of that.
But a little bit more stability being established. But 6 in a better spot than they were before. And yeah, loot up line did break a little bit there for 6th in the north, in the north, which kind of drove some of that cap pressure away. Still though, as long as you guys have these tanks up, like that's the big concern, I would say.
The biggest concern is what's happening right now. They need another squad on the other side of that road. Lockdown needs to come down.
And Artie should just start smashing over here now.
I've been saying the same thing with our Artie on that trench and in that house.
Yeah, like both Arties should be hitting maybe like 20 meters away from each other. While this is all going on, is Fatal still out here? It doesn't look like he is, so good job by 6 to stop that. But big push off here.
Yeah, big hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dawn is up in that hole. A reset, and they reset off of it.
Dawn, one of the best players in the game. Great dude as well, but let's see his no recoil M1 Garand now.
A lot of teams need to take that as well. You're losing a point.
You can see that flare too, right there.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's crazy. But sometimes it's not a bad thing to reset. Yeah, you're giving up some lines.
Ooh,
but
that tank is satcheled.
not what you want to see.
We'll see if we can.
And if
That's Archie's. Not sure who got that. It must have been JPL knowing that guy. 2 rep stations as well. We'll go down with this satchel. Oh, big play.
6 still getting cap pressure down the north.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just cannot leave that mid.
And this is still the opening medium, so really good job by Chip. See if Mac can trick him into thinking he has a satchel with that Tommy gun. But other Mac kills Mac.
Mac versus Mac.
Mike Mac versus Mac. Oh, and it looks like this tank, the Tiger's getting shot at by probably a tank from the other side, or an AT gun.
No, there's a tank that's pushing right
yeah,
up.
oh my goodness. Oh, what a... Wow, Snow, I didn't even see him. What a play.
Wow.
Oh, and then now a medium. Oh, we're coming up just... That's Maryland collapsed in Perseus.
I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Oh, wow. So we've gone from 3 tanks to no tanks in less than 5 minutes. And that's the stabilizing force that Legion really needed.
I don't think they were even prepared for that tank to push across the river. That's what it seemed like anyway.
Now Wild Bill on the meat grind SL roll. Folded immediately. Let's see if Ghosted has better luck.
Oh, yeah.
FPV rockets. Not able to get anyone. Just keep launching them. Oh. Muffin Man with some good kills with Drift over here. And this is a meat grind over here. This is not a fun place to be.
So Legion's had that trench. 6 has had the trench. It's just going back and forth.
It really has. And where is
Curious to
this?
see how Legion.
Where'd that
Okay.
tank go for? Oh, backed off a
Yeah,
little
he
bit.
pushed all the way
That's
back.
smart. They have rep stations up. Come on, boys, get some rep stations up.
Cap's not there building 30 rep stations and
Yeah.
20 AT guns. So that's why we're in this fight right now.
I specialize in rep stations that get blown up right after I build them. The other day we were playing a scrim against SAS, and I was SLing, and I was asking for some supplies for rep station. And I think it was Gryazny joined my squad, and he sees me as engineer when I was squad leading, building the rep station. He goes, "Cap, what are you doing?" I was like, "I can't help myself.
I just gotta build.
I have a rep station to build, so might as well."
It's gonna sound weird, but I think with 6 losing those tanks, they kind of figured like, oh shit, we have to like fill these holes now.
Right. And they look good for having lost those tanks. It wasn't like they collapsed,
No, that's what I was thinking they were gonna do. Now it's opposite. Now Legion kind of has like a pocket there that's open.
Yeah.
That 6 could maybe push through.
And over here, this meat grind is becoming very, very close. Iceman on this MG. Let's see if we can't see what he's looking at.
MG out the bunker the opposite way is crazy. Nightmare spot going against that.
Yeah. Someone got his knife out? I don't know, grenade. Oh! Gets an OP. Oh, what a play.
Oh, that was good. He did get an OP, right?
Yeah, he did.
Wasn't it OP?
He did. Big play. Good trade there for Dawn. That should let the team kind of push up here. We have Dunny on the furthest wrap element, it seems, getting taken out by Crawley. We have a tank. Is this the medium? This must be the starting medium with Ray, Sato, and Will Scott. We have Crawley right over there and Lay Flavortown. I'm not sure who that is. Probably Perseus.
I think he's just trying to die so he can get a heavy.
That's what I imagine too.
Like, get some kills, but if you die, you die.
A good element to have there on the flank, though, is a medium just that doesn't care if he dies or not.
Look at the amount of people.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That.
Loading up one side here and just trying to make a push happen. I mean, they could right now. They can get this tank. We have 2 heavies now on Siegfried. And this is their opportunity now, Legion, to make a play on this garrison here that 6 has on the map edge. But they're going to have to contend with, I'd imagine, that 6th artillery landing there. Where's that garrison? Oh yeah, it's over here in that clearing. So, looks like they might have an OP over here. I'm not sure if it went down or not. Loop.
Oh, squad white right there.
Yeah. This is ground for the taking right now for Legion. It's just, again, you don't know it on the ground, though. So, just like we saw earlier, 6 had so much ground that they can take. Right now, Legion doesn't know. And sure, Artie is playing a factor, but another heavy for you guys. Pulled up.
Who's the crew? Is that Archie?
It must be Archie because he was the first to go down, I think. Yeah, Archie. Let's check out this, though. This is a big... If Dunny can get, 1 trade out of this and keep the door open for his team, that'd be massive. But Skarn is in a really good spot. Just not looking right now.
I still think he knows Dunny's right there.
See what Dunny's up to.
He's checking the stream real quick.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, shit.
Little patient
He's
boy
out, yeah.
Dunny right now.
Laying on his back, phone on his stomach.
Oh, he didn't see Red Eagle there.
That was sus. Lock him up.
Everyone's cheating now once we have this. The little stuttering of the rifle is so crazy. Oh, sees the outpost. It's gonna just charge it. Charge it, Dunny. Dunny gets that outpost. Big play. Now he's got Ivan, who probably has rockets. Let's see if he can locate that garrison. But Blick on the rockets. One shot into the Tiger. Oh, and a miss. I think that might have been from the other heavy, though. He's going to chase him. You just got to be careful. Look at these trees just making this so difficult.
Plus he's at Defilade.
He probably has a rep station too. Tommy Shelby's on the with the rep tool. Oh, he looks away. Oh.
He doesn't see it.
That should be a dead Tiger unless the worst comes to happen. And that is a dead Tiger.
I don't know
Here we
what you're
go,
looking
boys. That's Mary, Collapse, and Perseus. Ivan gonna get killed immediately and trying to rep.
I'm telling you, like, there's no way they're expecting that fucking. Like you say, you must be right. That they got hit from a different side. That's why.
Yeah, because he was weak when he backed up. So that's the reason that they were pushing. The only thing that would have saved you guys there is if you guys had a rep station there and then he pushed a tank that he thought was hurt but was at full health, you know?
Full health, yeah. Had Beakers of it.
But I definitely don't think Archie thought he was going to push that. Because then the gunner started looking towards, this way over here.
Where he got shot at the first time.
Yeah. See Ivan with the rep tool being a good little boy. Still, this Gary remains up for the 6th, so all is not lost over here.
It must not be that open as it appears on the map, on the admin channel.
Yeah, I think it's just because of the... Oh, man. It's just also because of the... Oh, yeah, look at this.
One up there.
What was this? Is this an airhead? Yeah, airhead.
I like to see that it got called out and flared.
Dealt with really nicely here by the 6th. Colorado.
That pat's just gonna walk on like a snake.
Oh goodness.
How the fuck? And we're just gonna bomb and run him.
Yeah.
To be sure.
Good. Use your bombing run. Wasted. Say, I get to be a homer. Very fun. So.
And that's not often we can let him out. Let it out.
Yeah, this is my first time I've ever gotten to do this, so it's very, very fun. We have another tank. This is Tunny, Grunt, and Kane Nation. JPL working on that rep station for the boys. Well done.
This is a perfect example of a tank that trusts his infantry around him. Like,
you don't be here.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't do this in a pub game.
No,
this
absolutely
is like,
not.
You fully trust everyone around you to keep you alive to be pushed up in the woods like this. And it has its pros, like he got that first hit on Archie because he played on that hill like that.
And can he see that road there? Just like if we get down to, not quite because of this hill, but still a nice spot to be with the box in front of you. You're probably not going to deal with a tank coming this way, you know what I mean? If you're,
I see this a lot in teams that it seems like their armor plays a completely different game than the infantry. So it seems like tanks just go out there to kill other tanks. This is a perfect example. Yeah, I'm in a heavy. I got 60 HE rounds I can use to kill infantry. So it's really good to see that.
You're seeing the overload switch sides over here, but it lets a huge gap in for Louisiana now to be pushing. But CJ is in a good spot to sniff that out. You have more ref station blueprints up for this tank, who might see that garrison.
I would assume he sees it, or already is hitting it.
Yeah, I
It's
think that
gone,
they got
right?
it. Yeah, just an OP from Skarn. But again, stalemate has been achieved. We have Fatal Wash, you see just in the wrapping element over there. Let's go check out Fatal. It's been a bit since he's kind of got himself in Fatal territory as he takes down 2, 3. So that is a big play by Fatal. Gonna try to get the OP. Should be around here somewhere.
If you could deal with him posting hentai in your Discord server, he is a great player to have. Nah, really good guy. If you talk to him like one-on-one, really good guy.
I wonder if that supply box had 50 in it and he's looking for the Gary now. But you see his squad here, Divinity and Maho. Hans now just sweeping the red-blue. Divinity gonna have heard that.
Yeah, if you're not careful with your 6, you got Legion right on your doorstep.
Maho
Just
with the
wrap-
shotgun.
Damn.
Gets the flare off before he goes down at least. Now Joe's on flare.
You could just tell his sensitivity's high.
Yeah,
just the way he's
yeah.
looking.
You see backpack up there with an MG. But Joe's probably
I don't
thinking,
know if he.
I ran right through the front door.
Yeah, he's. You know he's in his squad chat. I don't know if he still has the satchel though. I haven't seen him use it. We would get one on point.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to look to put a satchel on the bunker. Takes an OP out on point. That's a big play. Oh, if he sees this could be dangerous. He's going to hear
I
it.
don't know why they're wrecking.
Oh no, Joe misses his first shot. Hits his third. Chip. Oh, big
Nice,
play by
nice,
Chip. Oh my
nice.
goodness, that could have been devastating.
I don't know why he was repping back there. I don't know if he got hit by something somewhere.
Oh, but look at
That has
this
to be a
now.
Gary right there.
Yeah, they must have reestablished the garrison. Yep, sure enough. But you're seeing the front line really break down for the 6th here.
Yeah.
As soon as Fatal started doing that, you can see he must have pulled a couple outposts, and now 6th really just operating off of the garrison here. I mean, let's look up to the north. See them still spreading out and doing what good teams do of not sacrificing any part of the map. So it's good to see that, but Legion enveloping right now. We have Roma in a really good spot. Gold Star and Waffen and Stoll now all got these guys in a pocket.
Yeah, I would say encircled, like you're playing Holy 4.
You know, Dane has been playing Hearts of Iron like crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's so daunting to get into. That's like one of the games that I want to get into when I get a PC, but like I feel like you need to go to like class to learn how to play that game.
It nearly, bro. It's super tough. I still haven't mastered it. Loop is super good at it. He'll take a country like Belgium and then take the world over.
So what's everyone in chat thinking thus far in the map? We're just about halfway through this one. We've seen a lot thus far, a lot of back and forth, but now Legion looking dominant. But so what is everyone thinking for the second half of this one? What are you thinking, Snow?
I think this is just the experience of Legion, and I think we have like 36 and 20 Anziar. You can just kind of see it wearing away. When it was straight up gunfights, I would say it was pretty damn even, back and forth.
Right, I'd agree with that. Oh, and Lockdown, I don't know if this was a Gary or an OP. I think he would have gotten the OP, and that would have been LGN's OP. So, big play over there, taking that out. And now 6 with an opportunity to kind of sever the line here.
Yeah, Legion giving 6 tanks a hard time. Yeah, that's what happens on this map. I fucking hate it.
If you get armor dominance on this map, it's really hard to lose it.
Yeah.
See, Mr. Wild Bill here with his no recoil Tommy gun. Tommy gun's the most funny looking gun with the no recoil thing. Oh, well, we'll die before we get to see it.
Dude, it's the curse.
It is, yeah. This is a next. It really, really is, dude. I was about to look at JPL, so, you know, then it's preemptive.
If you're 6 here, you need to fully reset your line. Or 6 AT guns.
Look at this,
There
though.
isn't really
This is big by 6. They look like they found Fatal's OP. Yeah, they got it. Good play by 6th.
It took 30 players to do it, though.
Yeah.
That's why Fatal's such a great player.
So, looking better now for the 6th. A little bit more reset from the front door, but at the expense of the north side here. You're seeing Teku and Stoll starting to make some ground.
I just would like to see more south and 30 players down that north side.
The recon first person is actually very funny, especially with like the Springfield. Look at this.
What?
You don't actually go down the sights; it just zooms in a bunch. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I was looking at this.
What's the mode? I was watching the 9PZ game, and he showed. I don't know if it's in the new update or not, but like you could be in third person, but there's like a red line.
Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh, darkness goes down there, but I think it's like.
Is that in the new update?
Yeah. Well, we had it before. Oh Jesus.
Keep looking at your players.
No. I'm learning my lesson. So if I go to here and then we go to first person, what is it on the menu? Laser. I don't think you can do it when you're in their POV.
Gotcha.
If you do it like this, then you can do it like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing.
Yeah, but look at this. I mean, the South looking not bad for the 6th right now. It's just broken down in terms of, I mean, for both teams a little bit. It's kind of broken down. Constantine making a big play here if he's able to get Go Piss.
Doesn't even see
He doesn't
him.
get the OP. I don't know how, what?
What? He lagged out. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh my god.
Lads let loose. Give up on the POVs, Cap. You're committing genocide on the 4 guys.
Oh, dude. If you're Constantine, man. Oh, that's insane.
Lads at least you guys got to be psyched about the POV thing, because I know that that's something that you guys would always have to reach out to individual players for. So now that you're kind of able to see anyone's, I think that's a really, really cool addition. I always love that part of your guys' casts.
Yeah, look up. He did crash. He crashed mid.
Yeah. He must have crashed way earlier than that and just did the thing where you're like
was
running in a
running.
straight line. Yeah. Because I was so confused how that OP didn't go down, because he went right past it.
Or a goat piss just completely missing.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. What are you doing, Go Piss? Back to pledge.
Back to 8th. He was another one from...
Goat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 8th towards the end had some incredible players. We were talking about it before, for all you viewers out there. Like, the peak of the 8th was when they beat Merc on like Omaha. I remember watching that being like, oh shoot.
Yeah, dude, I got so drunk. We all went to the beach. Everyone all of us that went to that lived in North Carolina, like 12 of us went to the beach after the game.
That's awesome. Go Piss and JPL dealing with the presence here in the trench. JPL is one of these guys that's just an absolute wizard of like getting inside your point.
He's a rogue.
He
Same with
is.
Fatal.
Yeah.
Get one in, then they multiply, and they're hard as hell to get out.
JPL trying to work up the coverage to get the courage to get up from. I'm sure he's looking on the ground right now for mines too. Anytime I go through anything like this, I'm like my eyes are glued on the ground now.
That's been one of the worst ways to die.
I hear a tank. Just gonna get some smokes up. Smart play by JPL. He's assault 6, so he doesn't have a satchel here.
But he has like 5 smokes.
Yep. So now 2 Tigers up there for the 6th. Tank situation for Legion, 2 heavies in the south, 1 heavy playing in more of the mid area. But if we look at this, 6 has a really, you know, I mean, they just want to shift W. They can just run right into the point.
Look, those 2 tanks got word that those tanks are up the road.
Yeah.
And 6 can't see them.
I think that they're going to try to double tap here. That's one thing that the boys have been very, very good about these last couple weeks is coordinated double taps. But Mike Mack is in a really good spot to prevent it. Let me curse him. Hold on.
Please don't. No, don't even look.
No,
Don't even look. Last time you did that, they lagged out. What are we going?
He might not have a rocket left, but he's going to go for this garrison. Oh, gets the garrison.
Yeah, fuck it.
But gets killed. The supplies are right there, and watch out, Eagles. Louisiana's right there. Oh, he's... Come on, Eagles. He's right behind you. Cap pressure is starting on the 4th, though. Oh my god, he's going to build the garrison right in front of him. Can he able to save it? Oh man, that was close. 2 tanks lining up here.
Oh shit, there's a ton of people on 4th. There's so much shit happening.
Those tanks backing up to help on 4th, but look at this. This is really, really solid. What are we seeing here? 2 outposts kind of causing most of this. And they're just going to get loaded on up. What is that? You know, Able Mike OP, Able Mike OP is just being yelled in command chat. Bombing run coming in for the 6th. It's going to be on the back line.
Until you get a spawn. How does that not get Roma? I don't know what the fuck Ace is doing with that.
What was that went down? Probably a rep station. Oh, a Tiger? Did they just get double tapped? I don't think he would have been able to see him.
Did that bombing run hit him? Was he repairing?
Yeah, but that was a 6 bombing run, no?
It still doesn't it still do damage?
I don't think so, but that's new. I'll save that replay and we can take a look. But this is going to be a Legion cap, it appears. Just owning the hard cap right now. Next point is in line at logging camp, so this is not going to be easy, especially with Fatal already setting up over here. It's going to go kill your Artie in mid and get us DQ'd.
Come on, Fatal.
Once a game, Dane will come over command chat and be like, guys, Dunny said he's going to kill the artillery now. And then he'll get someone to bite on that. At least one person to bite. But that is a cap. We have a recon tank. Yeah, that's a Puma.
It's dark times. When you bring out the old Puma.
Yeah, Puma 30.
Where the fuck is like the rest of the players?
Here's Beer Man. He's making a play. I think. Oh gosh.
Okay. Yeah. Really. Just had to show them.
Look at that. 3 tanks pulling up. 1, 2, 3. 4 tanks pulling up. Oh my gosh. Is this a heavy too? Holy shit. Tobias. Tobias, Tunny, Grunt, and Kane. Maryland collapsed, and Perseus. And Ray, Sato, and Will Scott. Tobias just coming by himself is all time. The little tank that could, pulling up the rear.
Sound Imperial March.
Yeah, seriously. That is it's a good point, lads. The this is not a good sign.
I'll be honest. I don't think Legion has lost a single tank.
Yeah, I don't know where the what happened with the medium. I assume they just YOLO'd it after they lost everything, like ammo wise. But I mean, they should just get.
Yeah, I'm sure they lost it that way, but like an actual tank that they're fighting, tank versus tank, I don't think they've lost one.
Bill is no doubt asking for some rep stations over here. I mean, you can prepare 4 tanks with like 1 rep station right now, so like why not, right?
Dude, what do you think when you see that flare?
You're probably like, oh fuck. They can't all be heavies though, right?
Well,
there's bound to be a medium in there.
I'm saying.
What's this?
I'm saying.
This is Maho in the medium. There we go. This guy lives for the default tanks.
They're free. I don't get why people don't use them.
I'd say that that's a new evolution from like this season. I would say though, some good shots there by Louisiana though. I think he just hits tracks with one of them. Threading the needle through these trees too. Yeah, so you basically have 1 tank holding the map edge there. But yeah, this is a pretty dominant showing right now by the boys. 6 backed up to the last point. It's I mean, if it was in middle, like, you know, you have a little bit more of a chance, but logging camp is like you could throw a football from your blue line into the point. Oh, but Archie coming in with the Lux, gonna see if he can take out the medium.
Oh, boy.
Come on, Archie. I'm rooting for you, actually. I don't have the depression, Melnick is yelling.
The tank goes down.
He goes down anyway. What are the guys doing? Where's the ATs? There's Ivan.
Stay at home. Ivan's another really good player that we talked about.
Oh no.
Tracks in that tree just makes him spin.
Run, Ivan.
Oh, dude.
That Tommy gun's
Constantine with the bow action has
yeah. Yeah, absolutely no chance against that. We have Lay Flavortown. Oh, that's an engine shot on Archie's tank.
It's going out.
Everyone wanted the CS. Hugh was able to find himself kind of on the other side of the line. We have this tank really pushed up here. This is aggressive by Maryland. Crawley with the fake satchel.
This is why you die 100 times a game.
Little underhand toss. Love it. I do. I love the underhand. He's just gonna splash the house here. or that'll happen. Yeah, I mean, they have 2 tanks kind of defending them, so they're able to play that aggressively. Yeah, you see that other tank on the left side of your screen there. Not sure what that noise was. What went down there?
Probably a rep station.
I think that was 6th AT gun from earlier. Flavortown gonna get some CS, you know? Oh, backpack with the satchel. But defended by Tobias and his solo. Oh, but that's a 1 heavy down.
How'd they
get that one? It seemed like a tank, but I don't see any armor. Louisiana's right there with the rocket, but goes down and...
Damn!
Oh yeah, there's the Tiger. Who is this? Loop, Pinch of Salt, and Blick, your boys. With
I
2...
think it's the first 2 tanks
Yeah.
we've killed all game.
You got to be careful though, because there's other Tiger, but he's not going to have the angle because of the hill. Yeah, you see that from this perspective. Eagles repping the tank. No rep stations. Oh my goodness, 3. That is incredible.
Let's go, boys. We may be down.
Well, that's good, dude. That's good tape.
Snow's on the bench now. Okay. That's why they're killing it. They can move so fast now.
They're unburdened. Look how close this OP is, or Gary is, to where this tank was, though. It's just an OP, but it's loaded up.
You got to, because that point is like right on the line too.
Did that other heavy back up? Or?
So definitely on the bench.
Yeah, this Tiger, or I'm sorry, the 76 for Legion really needs to stay up here. That Tiger backed away, which gives the infantry a little bit of room. That was a huge play, though, by those guys, man. Really,
someone poached that man immediately.
immediately. And some crossfire being established by Waffen, Teku, Stoll, and Hugh. JPL looking to get an angle over there. That should pin down that area. Another massive spawn wave.
It's like Legion is wrapping the point, and then 6 is trying to re-wrap the wrap there in the north.
Yeah, this is a very important engagement. This is for really all the marbles. This is Ray, Sato, and who was it? Will Scott.
Yeah, I think when I looked at the, you're talking to all your tanks and like white chat, and all of a sudden you're out of tanks. Besides you, you're kind of got like, okay, we got plenty of fuel. Yeah, look, 360 now. I believe that's a heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 heavies are pulling up here. They must have had one that was spawned in HQ, just ready to go. Yeah, once this house is able to, get wiped, this OP, it's going to really open things up, and it's going to be down to, let's see if Hugh can do it with the rocket here. If I can curse him. Sees the tank. You can see the little bit of lag as well, like where it looks like he's shooting behind him too.
So that's just synchronous.
Yeah, you can shoot 4 frames in either direction of them, and it'll just lock on.
Aimbot.
There's
really
JPL. I think JPL got that OP. Just blacklisted.
Right, let's turn around. Dude, stop bandaging. What are you doing?
They're everywhere.
Yeah, literally laying down. You're bandaging. And you're like, I hear him running.
Now two heavies over here for the 6, so they're going to be able to spawn in the armor and get him into the fight way faster than Legion could ever hope to at this point. So, I mean, even if it was the flattest map in the world, it would still take a long time. Yeah, lads, I agree. That OP that was behind that house was definitely the hindrance, because you can see now Dawn, Kenny, Greg all pushing in there, and with this wrap by Waffen and them. But Ballsack in a really good spot here with the MG. Great name.
We have so many new
This
players.
is an interesting. What is this? Is it what Cronus script is this?
This is that Hurtgen tech.
Yeah. Bipod update, baby. This is what we get.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
Dude, please don't get a kill and make us look bad. Please don't.
Tanks are playing this well by 6 though right now.
I believe that's Loop in that far right tank.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, this is Loop. They
Boys.
do have a shot into them. I believe it's just infantry that has just been taking shots.
Is this the medic update?
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
this update?
Medic update was this one too. It's really quick revive, and you don't need to bandage, and you also get more XP for it. Hugh able to take down an OP here, which is big. Gonna force Blick and these guys to move back a little bit, I think, but Blick just gonna work on some reps.
I'm gonna be the fattest medic in hell let loose. Just running around in blue chat, screaming.
And we see the push beginning here. Just pure infantry. I think that they took out the garrison that was... Oh, wait, no, they didn't. The garrison's over here. But with this, you have to be careful because if Legion's able to get into this house, they might be able to lock out the garrison without even taking it out.
Just take it out.
Or they'll just take it out. Come on,
Fuck,
Ivan.
I mean, it doesn't get easier than this.
Yeah. So now you got to be worried. None of these guys are...
Captain Legion
anti-tank.
backline, go look. What is 6th in their backline? Oh, well, I guess we were at one point. That's kind of where it's
Oh, yeah, look at this. Did Louisiana get a satchel on? Looks like he might have. Yeah. That's a really good spot, too. Hard to see.
Damn, they must have wiped. Well, Dunny's still there, but Ivan and all of them.
Yeah, they
Gary was.
recovered this well. I mean, you guys have quite a few OPs over here. I see 1, 2 in this wood, and then another garrison rebuilt. So, you know, there's room for you guys to push up right now, at least on that side of the hard cap. It's really just going to come down to these tanks here at the end. We've not seen a, what do you call it, precision in a little bit, so,
Yeah.
or at all, I don't think. Oh, here's a airhead.
Is that Airhead?
Is it? Yeah, what's that? It's not a Legion airhead.
Why the fuck would we be putting one?
I don't know. Maybe you're just seeing if you can do it through the... right in the doorway. Okay. I mean, I wonder why you guys dropped that.
Always.
Maybe just flexing the manpower.
No. You're down 4-1. Flexing is the last thing that you need to be doing.
We're about to see quite a few people.
I would love to see like 20 people hit that and just push them out of the woods.
Well, you can see, like, that's kind of what that airhead's doing for them right now, is, like, giving them all the manpower that they need on this side, which is perfect timing, because you can see Legion beginning to overload this side of the map.
But yeah, I don't see a single support player. I don't see no box being dropped.
I think you guys have a Gary over here now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what, but I saw that Gary before the airhead, so I'm curious why that was dropped. Dunny going down. This has been a great match, though. I mean, like, for a little scrim on a Friday night, Saturday morning for the Aussies. Oh, is this an airhead?
I think it is.
Oh no, it's Wolf.
No, it's just
It's
supplies.
just supplies. Wolf is right on it. Ace not gonna be able
Drops
to build
that
that
right
Gary.
on the Gary. The Ace has to see that Gary they drop the supplies on. He's probably in his fucking map.
He's watching the stream.
Okay. Well, You're allowed, Ace. Get the damn Gary.
Whatever it takes.
Now it's
Backpack
turning into,
being
like-
a pest.
Ace. That tank's just waiting for him to pee.
Is this a solo? No. You must be making something hot over here because too many people are looking. Oh my.
Oh, he had a...
He had a
All right.
satchel.
Wait, he didn't kill the tank?
Yeah, he must have just proxied it because he knew he wasn't going to get close. But he does take out 2 rep stations, so that's a big play either way. Opens up the door for this tank to maybe make a play himself. Yeah! He does!
Damn, Luke.
That's a good play. Awesome.
I know. I had
Yeah.
to be Luke. Yep.
Wow. You're in the game with Snow's crew still alive here. That's a big play there, Snow.
That's a crazy shot, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's
trees.
really smart working together as a team, noticing what the situation is and pushing up when you have the moment. Looks like they just got stuck on this tree and yeah.
Layup saying Luke best 6 tanker. It's criminal that he plays infantry because he doesn't like the TC. He's super good TC.
Yeah, that's really good play by that crew. I mean, this they're kind of the yeah, I am trying not to cry, Jacob. It's you know, you take the good with the bad though. I got to see 4 tanks just roll up on 6 front door and you know.
You got to see 3 die. in a
Yeah.
matter of 40 seconds.
Hey, a good play is a good play. I can't deny it. And it would hurt more if we weren't up 4-1. So, you know, that's what I'm hanging my hat on.
I would have loved to see the game with without the truck snipes. Would have had that open. It would have been. But I guess Taco could say the same thing.
Yeah, I'm sure our last 6 opponents would agree that they would have liked to have not gotten truck sniped. Dude, they just live for it right now. It's like an addiction.
It is. I mean, when we get them, man, it's like
It's
the
intoxicating.
the confidence goes to the moon.
Oh yeah, we have a tag in the in Legion where it's called Greg's AT rep station getting destroyed immediately. I feel you, Greg. But we have a tag that like a role you can earn called Hero of the Legion, and it's in a comp or scrim getting 5 or more with a truck or tank snipe. We might have to increase that though now because it's a lot of people are attaining this role.
Look at you, all in the nearly in the HQ.
Yeah. That must be fatal in them.
Libby is the last person you want. You're like an HQ
Yeah, this is Fox Squad.
behind you.
Wilco doing a good job just through that little area, through that gate. Yeah, this is Fatal's OP, unsurprisingly. I'm seeing Mike Mac in the HQ.
You with a machine gun.
I mean, it's a good... Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that's that Hurtgen tech.
It definitely like just comes out a little lower. I mean, farming the OP. Why not, right? It's in a really good spot to do it. But Maho's making his way very slowly. But these guys are in between 2 MG42s.
Just got a DDoS them off match start.
It is the
Oh,
same
so
people
Ace
getting
is
this.
one. Is Jacob in Legion?
I think it's JT. Correct me if I'm wrong, JT. The Bra Brigade.
For a 4-1 game, it's been very entertaining.
Yeah, it has been. Like throughout the game, there's always been something to look at. They have a Legion bombing run airhead right now. That's going to get their garrison. Yes, it does. It does. So garrison is gone. Airhead is inbound, but I don't think that that's going to be very successful, honestly. Where is it?
Hey, man.
I don't see it.
Where the hell did it go?
Oh, it must
It's
have
gone.
taken out already. Yep.
Where they got it? Yeah.
Now just the outpost here, but let's see if Legion can press the advantage here with that. Yeah, it's the VP of the Bra Brigade and the Rat Pack, Defensive Probe Champion, JT. Dude, that Bra Brigade cracks me up. It's like 5 people on our Discord that just have like the most ridiculous Mike Wazowski picture. It's I don't understand like the little cliques that we have, the little like sub factions of Legion.
Dude, we have them too. Like, we had the American Truck Simulator one. We're all fucking trying to be rednecks in the trucks.
I'd love to see, like, I'd watch that stream. Just a bunch of Aussies and Snow and people playing American Truck Simulator. Don't let it ruin the 6th the same way that Helldivers killed the 7th early Season 3 of TPL.
Is that really what happened?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like a meme, but when we lost to Merc and HLE week 1 and 2 of that season, like everyone had been playing Helldivers for like weeks before that. Like no one was playing Hell Let Loose.
I believe it.
I think that got the OP. That's going to be big here. Now Legion making their play. And
Should
cap
be
pressure
cap
starting. Yeah.
I was about to say, cap. Shout out to HLE for forming the Bro Brigade.
Yeah, there's, I think it's Amir,
Massive spawn
JT.
over there.
Yeah, and then in the north over here. That must be the last garrison that you guys have. Put this hard cap pressure here. Just going to offset it a little bit with Termi and Backpack. See if Hans is able to get him. He does. Cap pressure kind of going back and forth here. No, JT. I'm giving thanks. Yeah, DJ, that's an interesting point. You know, like the meat grind is kind of where the magic happens, and you know, it's not to say that 6 doesn't have these people. They absolutely do have it. These kind of people on their team, but it takes a special kind of person to just commit to the meat grind and like commit to the suck, basically. Like, especially on a map like Hurtgen, like you're gonna die and it's gonna be bullshit like 80% of the time. But just sticking with the area that you're supposed to be in and being someone that's there, and at worst you trade, you know, or I mean, at best you trade, I guess you can say.
Yeah, I mean, at some points in the game, like we were talking about, even for both sides, like when it was just still 3-2 fighting over mid, there was gaps that was created by like people like Constantine, and you saw Beerman a few times as well, creating these gaps in their Legion's front line. But we just 6 didn't have the manpower in that position to push it, to open the door.
Legion haters playing for Legion. Legion welcomes all with open arms. You will get a clean slate when you join Legion, and you know, come on down. You know, there's a reason why that they stay, though. That's one thing I will say.
Oh yeah.
You know, you get this bad reputation, but realistically, we're just like messing around 90% of the time. Look at Ace, perfectly hit. Oh,
Oh shit.
Ivan goes to give Ace a hug.
Black is there. Ace is putting down that bomber run.
He's
Dude, if he would have died, he would not have got
danger
that bomber
close.
run
He's calling it in. Ace, so another kill on Dunny there. That's a big one there. 6 fighting to the very end. Look at this massive spawn wave on this garrison. I don't think artillery can reach there either, so you're pretty safe. Ivan is a great reason to stay. Join for Ivan's logistics, stay for Ivan's rage. That's what I always say. Ivan's the type of guy, when you win a match, very convincingly, to yell in the post-match saying that we didn't do enough rep stations or AT guns or whatever it is. You need guys like that, though, to keep yourselves honest in those situations where you feel like you did nothing wrong.
That's me with armor, dude. Like, we'll go against 9PZ or 21st, and I'm like, the fuck was rep station? Why did we lose it? Oh, and yeah, now it's just free for all. Pull the tanks in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. It's absolutely just a free-for-all right now. This is pub lobby time.
Yeah, the orange and
Yeah.
yellow flare mixing.
Yeah,
That
seriously.
flare is insane.
It's crazy, dude. Wait until you see on a night map. It's actually nuts. Like Kursk Night, it's kind of ridiculous the amount of illumination you get.
They'll help with that fog.
Oh, tank takes a shot. I think this is going to be a dead 76, honestly. Ass right, he's yelling.
Who was that crew?
Some combat score merchants over here. Oh, it's Archie.
Archie, I think it's his first tank in the game. Little does he know there's 276s in the fucking woods.
Oh, P-Strike. Does
Precision
it take out the
Gary.
Gary? It does. It's a big play. I mean, no tank, though. Oh, well, that tank is gone, but here's it's probably a solo, probably Maho, yeah. And Tunny pushing up over here. Mac is having to take down his OP so Maho could get through. Little traffic jam from an OP over here. That's great.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me where I'm like, where the fuck is this squad leader? But the fact that Mac's standing there is so good.
Here.
All he is just is an unkillable MG right now.
Oh goodness, there's a heavy pulling up.
May have an angle on him.
I don't know if he's... No, he doesn't see him. I think the Tiger's gonna get him here. Last tank engagement, maybe?
Maybe.
I think 5-0 is allowed. Yes, still a J.
Yeah, that's a scrim.
Francis. Yeah, Legion is a good team. That's a hot take. It's a peace strike. Just misses. Oh my goodness. Does that get Maho though? What the hell was that?
I thought the precision hit the medium tank.
It looked like the bomb landed right behind the heavy though, no? Unless it was just like a depth thing. Yeah, it gets the medium, I believe. Tiger gonna make a push for the hard cap, try to get a little bit of this weight in here.
Dude, turn that gun right, don't peek that tank and just shell inside of it. Yep, that's what he's doing.
Yep. Cap pressure is still on though.
Much.
Yeah, and that looks like it is gonna be
Game.
a game there. What a match though, Snow. And it was really fun to
very
cast
fun
for
casting.
our own teams. I'll give let's give our commendation to CJ. We saw him do some nice plays, and I know he's level 112. So well done, CJ. Well done, Ace and Wolf as the commanders. This was a really fun one. Little Hurtgen, a little live cast on a Friday night. Really enjoyable. But Snow, any last words here? We've been going for almost 3 hours now.
Holy shit! Yeah, we have. It's been great. I think we need to do this a lot more.
Yeah.
Maybe we could be casters.
Yeah, I'm thinking like for, next season of TPL, we kind of, instead of having the 30-minute delay, we do a 30-minute, little podcast beforehand and can kind of give something for people to watch as they await the match to start, I think that would be a really good time. And, I'd love to do it with you, Snow, for any non-Legion or Six matches.
Yeah, absolutely. Just sitting here watching, and then we talk. It'd be great.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I hope everyone else did. I can't believe we still have 40 people watching. I'm sure people are going to be watching this back. So, hey, it's a trick to get more views.
Right.
We just stream the game so people can go back and watch.
Yeah, exactly. And I appreciate everyone sticking around to watch it. This was a ton of fun. And, on behalf of the Insiders Podcast, we thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great weekend up ahead, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone. Good night.
See you, boys.